It's Monday. Y'all know what that means here. Market Monday on the channel. We go over all the best ways to make stubs. And it will be the show 22 right now and break down all the content coming out. We could be in store for some big content coming soon. Looks like a little bit of a light week here on the surface, though, after all the insane content we got last week, all the insane ways to make stubs. A little bit of a lighter week, but that doesn't mean we can't be prepared to take advantage of some things. Start preparing for what future content could be coming. First off, out the gate, looking here at the market like we like to start out. Live series market, the lowest it's been all year long. We've seen some dips on pretty much every single one of these cards, and right now it's as cheap as ever to complete the live series collection. So if you still haven't unlocked your Randy Johnson, definitely recommend going through. Now is a great time to do so. It's probably going to start creeping back up a little bit. We had all the content come out last week. Everybody was selling off all their cards to get those all-star game home run derby packs, buy those players, buy players for Jackie Robinson, etc., etc. So it definitely gone down quite a bit from that. Creeping up a little bit now. I fully recommend coming in here, taking advantage of it, getting those collections knocked out, and that's going to help you a lot with Brett as well, who is now a ton cheaper. A lot of that, more inexpensive Brett collection now comes from these Legends and Flashback packs. We can see we got a ton here. I mean, 3 Prime cards, another 2 Milestone cards, Awards card, another Prime card. That's just the NL pack. We come in here to the AL pack, another Prime, another Milestone, another Awards. Lots of really obtainable cards here, another Prime. You get all 60 or all 30 of these cards for free. That makes it a ton easier to get George Brett, who's become a lot cheaper over the last week, and he's at a point now where I think we could be getting ready to see this collection expand, and we now get something else besides George Brett, and we get a new Legends and Flashback collection. When we come in here and we take a look at the milestones, you only need 6 milestones. Yet at this point in the game, we're already up to 4, 8, 12, 14 milestone cards now in the game, possibly a couple more coming out real soon. As you can see, we got every single one of these 14 milestones. They could easily up this collection to 10, possibly even 12. Same with our 6 series. You need 5, yet we're up to 8 in the game. Maybe we get a couple more. We need 10 here, but you can see we have way more than that here in this awards collection. I think we're nearing the point where we're going to be looking at getting the next Legends and Flashbacks collection. If you saw Mookie Betts, if you remember from MLB 21, he came out in early August last year. So early August could be the time frame that we're looking like. You can see a ton of Prime cards here, way more than 10. We could be seeing early August possibly for that next Legends and Flashback collection. And a lot of these cards are at price points that are much lower than what they have been. You see George Springer, one of the few cards that don't have 35,000 stubs. Look at that massive drop that he had. He was closing in on 100,000 stubs at one point, now down to under 50,000 stubs. Again, everybody was selling off all their cards last week for the All-Star Game Home Run Derby packs and program cards. And so we have a lot of these Legends and Flashbacks way down in price. As soon as they announce that Legends and Flashback collection, they are going to shoot up in price. And that goes for all of our card types here, our SIGs, our awards cards, any of these cards that, come from any sort of programs. Guy like Javier Baez, World Series award, we even saw him drop down a little bit. Even these high-end World Series awards dropped in price. A guy like Reggie Jackson from 70K. At one point, you could have got him under 25,000 stubs and still get him at 30K. Really, really good time to pick these cards up. Be prepared for that next Legends and Flashback collection if you have some stubs liquid right now, especially as they've added other types as well. Jackie would be a voucher for that, and we're getting 2 new Retro Finest cards in the event tomorrow. So wouldn't be surprised to see Retro Finest pop up here as a collection type, another voucher. That Legend of Flashback collection, even if it doesn't expand some of these milestone SIG awards, Prime tiers too much, could still be quite difficult to obtain if you aren't prepared for that. And I do think that is going to be coming soon. So maybe not a bad idea to come in. If you can find some nice obtainable cards at quick sell value in these Legends and Flashbacks, you can start stocking some of those up as well, or just work it to acquire cards you don't have currently. Maybe take some of your stubs, maybe you have some investments, get a little bit liquid, get a couple of these cards just so you can be prepared for that possibly coming in the very near future. And when we look at the content schedule itself, we don't have really anything to work with. Event and rank seasons. All-Star event's going to start at noon Pacific time on Tuesday. Now But again, we do know that's coming with 2 retro finest cards. Probably going to see Home Run Derby All-Star Game packs within that event reward path as well. If they're early on, we definitely could see some significant drops in prices for those Home Run Derby All-Star Game cards. If they're a little bit later on in the program, maybe you got to get 40, 50 wins for it in a week. Maybe don't see anything too impactful. That's going to be difficult for people to get to. As well, we should be seeing these Home Run Derby All-Star Game packs be removed from the store. They're still there right now. I assume with the content update on Tuesday, those are going to be removed. And essentially, as soon as these packs are removed, we're going to see these Home Run Derby All-Star Game cards go up in price. We can see it even a little bit here with Juan Soto slowly trending up. Our base round guys have been trending down, but once this pack is no longer obtainable, we're going to see those start to creep up. Same with our All-Star Game guys as well. So if you're looking to pick up some of these in the near future, maybe not a bad idea now, but you could wait and see what that event path holds. If we get multiple in there, certainly going to see the prices of those drop. Other than that, only real content piece we have that we know of is the new ranked seasons. That's not really going to have any sort of market impact. Any of the previous World Series pennant race rewards, those are going to then cycle into the rewind packs within the ranked seasons program. So we're not going to see those prices shoot up as they're no longer unobtainable. They're still going to be there. You're going to be able to get those in those rewind packs for those who do grind out those innings. So not really much market impact there. We should get a schedule update, though, on Tuesday to give us a much better idea of what we're working with, see what kind of content is coming. Of course, we're going to have the Player of the Month program for July coming real soon, most likely next week at some time. That's going to be a great stub-making method if you can go through quickly, sell off some of those Player of the Month cards. Additionally, with content, the Field of Dreams game is coming on August 11th. That is when that game is being played. I would assume we're going to get a Field of Dreams program. So we're still a few weeks out from that, a little bit over 2 weeks out from that. I would assume that on that Friday, the 12th, we're probably going to get a Field of Dreams program. That program is likely going to involve exchanging Cubs and Reds players. So if you just got some stubs to throw around somewhere, I don't hate the idea of, if you can come in here, get some Cubs players or Reds players at quick sell value. They're going to be utilized in that exchange, most likely, assuming that there will be an exchange. So picking up some of these guys at quick sell, any of these ones that you can, probably, your silvers and golds, if it's just a straight exchange that's needed, get those at quick sell. I like that play. It's a pretty far ways out, so you do risk the change of a roster update impacting some of the guys you picked up. I don't think it's a bad play by any stretch of the matter. Just have some of those locked and loaded. Seems very likely we'll get an exchange with any sort of program there, but we may not. It's all pure speculation. However, without people really expecting it or knowing that it's coming, we can see some significant market changes. Outside of that, if you're looking to make stubs right now, flipping is really, really solid. Maybe some of the best flipping's ever been. I really recommend coming in here and flipping these all-star game cards. I mean, even a guy like Machado right here, you're making a solid profit on pretty much all of these. You go up to some of the higher tier ones, 32K, making about 2,000 to 3,000 subs on this Juan Soto right here. Same with our pack guys as well. Guy like Byron Buxton, pretty solid margin there. You can make several thousand stubs on each of these cards per flip if you're coming through here on these all-star cards. So that would be my recommendation if you're trying to build up a bankroll, flip these all-star game cards, flip the all-star game cards from the packs, and then flip the Home Run Derby cards from the packs as well. You can make a little bit of stubs on each of these. Really, really solid return on the investment. When you take a look at the Home Run Derby cards right here, Pete Alonso, Albert Pujols, some solid margins there. Even into our base round, we're getting some solid margins there. These guys are creeping up back above quick sell value. I've heard of people making hundreds of thousands of subs an hour flipping through these. They're moving quickly. The margins are there. Just got to have the bankroll to work with it, but build up that bankroll, attack the flip in here. You're going to be sitting pretty, making a ton of stubs. That's really all I got for this week. If you're still working through the program, wondering if you should sell those all-star game cards, I do recommend it if you're still needing the subs, working towards Brett and or the Randy Johnson collection. Those all-star game cards from the program itself are going to get down to quick sell value eventually, and we should have some more XP methods conquest maps, showdowns, moments, collections, exchanges, etc., all coming this week with this shorter program. They're gonna be dumping XP on us, so probably a lot of ways to get XP this week. That's gonna drive down the price of those cards. Some of them already getting close to that quick sell value as it is. We should know a lot more when we get a calendar update tomorrow with the release of the Ranked Seasons program. That's going to give us a big insight to what's happening. If we need to make another video to go over anything at that point, I definitely will. And as always, y'all have any questions, hit me up down in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.